Ooh.
What
Yo,
up?
yo, 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 yo.
Let's fucking go.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the
Yeah.
first official episode of Tell Me I'm the Greatest podcast. And here we are with Shepherd University ambassador, Travis Bagent himself, ladies and gentlemen. Shepherd University
Not been
ambassador,
stung by a bunch
best,
of
the
bees.
best player of Chicago Bears, many other titles this man has.
Hey, Tyson just had his first press conference.
Okay.
So he just got done 20 minutes. Go ahead and link it real quick. Great. Good
Oh
job,
yeah,
Art.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, like we
Way
have
to
the budget.
produce the
Like we have the
show. Way
budget
to
in the
produce,
first episode. Like we have the budget in the first episode to link stuff. Come on, man.
the show, bro. Way to
We
produce.
had the link guy three years ago in episode number 3. Then we had to fire him so he could save some money. So I have to post links.
Yeah, all right. I turned the light on. I think I'm in better lighting, maybe.
That
No,
is
got
true.
worse.
All right.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Let me read some. Let me
Didn't
read
even know I had a mobile studio. You see, I just moved that like that.
some.
Motherfucker like you is stationary, but not me.
Yeah, I mean,
How we doing, man? It's been a minute, man. I done been all the way over to Istanbul. Now Chicago's like tomorrow, it feels like, right?
right. And this, hey, let me talk something about Chicago. It's funny. Like I don't know, maybe I'm on the not on the internet or whatnot, but I haven't seen the cards like yet. Like I don't really see many matches. However, everyone I talk to, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there because our buddy's on the card." And I'm like, "Is he like? Am I not seeing the matches are out?" But it
Yeah.
seems like
So you know what?
everyone,
I
everyone's
made the
friend is on the
mistake too.
card.
Yeah, I made the mistake too and told someone, I'm like, I don't even know if they're quite ready. And then we started naming the matches and we got to like 10 matches. So I'm like, yeah, I guess we're good, right?
Good.
So let's just talk about what we do know.
Okay.
We know the main event is Levan and Hermes.
Actually, let me even try to pull it up over here. And guys in the chat, you're welcome to chime in. All right, all right, all right, all right. What we got? East versus 18. East versus 18. I'm clicking on it right now. Full card of all the matches. Okay, we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, 11 matches. Okay, I
Come
guess
on,
they go
dog.
out.
Yeah. So I got to do to you what that guy did to me. Is tell you, what are you talking about? We got 11 matches.
Right. Well,
Let's tell you, let's just be honest, man. Let's
uh,
just be completely honest, knowing that we are one sentence away from never being allowed back in Ingan Terzi's presence, right?
well, I mean, only one of us is really dependent on that, so I'll let you
Yeah,
continue
me.
talking.
And I'm saying, so I have to be, I'm treading lightly here. Cannot believe I'm saying this, but we are spoiled, completely spoiled rotten.
Man, and I thought your position was a little bit pathetic, but the more I talk to the same guys that go over there, everybody the same way, man. You have to be careful with the boss. Have to be careful with the boss.
Not even be careful with the boss. Let's talk about the reality. Are we absolutely ridiculously spoiled rotten?
Oh
That
yeah, and
that
people have
that
no idea. People have no idea.
I mean, just think about what we would be witnessing if Hermes and Levan happens. What happened in Dubai happens in the third round and not, or in the fourth round and not the fifth round.
Yep.
Right? Like, no one has fought Levan as hard as Hermes. Right? I mean, it's just a fact. I mean, and now we get to see, like to me, Devon is a serious underdog if you do not, like, you have to like guess, like, nah, dude, this guy's such a stud that he can, like, I just went back and watched Morozov and Alex.
Okay.
It's so close. Like, the arm strength, the ability for Alex to get behind the match back then was awesome. He has not been very successful since then. This is a huge match. This is awesome. Like, I don't see Devon just controlling it right here. It's got to be a little.
It might get a little fun in there. I see what you're saying.
A little funny, and then Alex can push, but at any point, Alex might be out of gas, and you don't know when. This match, the card, what I'm getting at is...
And Alex professional like you, that gas thing looks like it's 100, man. It's like 10.
It's like everybody. It's everybody. Everybody got 100 miles left when they're arm wrestling somebody that they do not have to redline against. Once you redline means you, as a big motherfucker, try as hard as you can, and your arm gets opened up or you get stopped, and that shit goes for 40 seconds. That's when the gas tank matters. And very few people got it. Right? And even if you got it, you can still lose to someone who you didn't think had it. Like, if you go back and watch Morozov and Alex, it looks like Morozov is stronger. Hey, hold on for a second. I can't. It don't matter.
Your attorney is calling you, man. Come on, man.
No, it's Tyson's agent, so it's a cool phone call, but he'll just have to wait. Oh, you know what? Hold on for a second. You go ahead and keep talking.
All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the matches for a second. Give me just 3, 2, 1. I'll do this. Boom. Link is sent. All right. So let me look at the matches. All right. So we got the card. We got 11 matches in, guys, and at the bottom of the card, dude, that's all hot. It's all hot. I need to see what Travis is too. All right. We are, dude, Wallace Dilly and Riker Boardman. And I don't know, like, I know you have to follow arm wrestling a little bit, and if you've seen what's been happening between both of these guys, like, they really, like, I don't know Wallace's exact history, right? It seemed like to me he just popped up, right? And Riker just simply young, right? They really don't have I don't know anything about Wallace realistic except for the like new stuff, but they have really a relatively small portfolio. So it's kind of, but both of them are like beasts. So we'll see. Yeah, Travis. So this two dudes, Wallace Dilly and Riker Boardman. Boardman is the one that me and you talked about who like killed everybody out there, knuckles up, right? He won his super match and he like toyed with like Marcio and everybody. It was like Pinky Curl and everybody, right?
And who's he pulling?
He's pulling Wallace Dilly, right? Who I haven't heard much about Wallace in the past, like ever, but he's the guy that just like beat everybody the underground event in Texas. I think that's what it was. I don't know, but
well, you know what is very like. Let's talk about genius, right? Or you know, you want to make it a negative and be like, who the fuck are these guys, right? But the positive is that hey, everybody's got a shot.
Yeah. And I don't know if you know this match. This should be under the main event. That's how I think both of those guys are like. Everybody wants to see those.
I'm just telling you that if you think that they are traditional household names, you are nuts.
Right.
Yeah, every time that I talk about that guy, I've never heard his name. He's just been that guy who killed Don Underwood and handled Marcio. I have no idea this person's name. Now you're saying it. All I'm saying is it's also a genius, like Ryan Ballinger, and there's another match, right?
And Alan Ford, yeah.
Right, and then we've got the guy Cody Wood lost to in the great match in Arlington. He's got a match too. That's 6 guys that if we didn't put on the card, no one is petitioning that these guys need some opportunity so drastically on what could be the biggest stage in the history of arm wrestling.
Right.
Chicago could possibly sell more than Levan Devon. I believe. Like, let's take in consideration that the venue's small. We're not getting the people live that we normally would get.
That's a hot card for sure. Yeah, and you do get
Man, the
yeah.
Levan, I think that we are going to find out that as we're going to find out that we have another superstar. Like, I don't think that many people think that Levan can carry a card by itself, but I think that he is big enough to carry the card by itself. Then you add on Devon and all the showmen behind it to make this is going to be huge. It's
right,
going to
for
be
sure. Like,
and,
yeah.
and I can't stress to you, we're all spoiled.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's a lot to say. Yeah, Levan's sellability is like has his own audience, and you'll get different people if it's card with just Devon or just Levan. So having both of them, yeah, that's like kind of insane. And plus, you're combining both of them in different matches. That's like, yeah, they want to see them for such a different reasons. And yeah, dude, being spoiled, like I'm saying, I think arm wrestling, unfortunately grew so fast in the like past like sort of the fan base, right? People watching the shit in the past like since East versus West started, they don't know like how devastating it was like when Pushkar came to America and whatever the money got screwed up over there one time and he competed the event and that's it. We cannot see Pushkar compete until Zlati, until somebody else calls him, and nobody really calls anybody, right? Now we have that thing happening on micro scale every 2 months, and that was like every 2 years. And people, yeah, like, and we talk shit, like, and we talk shit too, like, everybody's editing about the sport, matches said this too long, this too small. But yeah, if you're the guy, if you're like Engen, like, if you're the Engen that went through all of that, you understand a, we're spoiled. B, this shit is like
Me, I'm talking about
livable.
spoiled to the point that if I'm not commentating,
You feel bad.
no, I'm running somewhere and I don't care that there's a world championship match happening right at the ballroom, right behind. I'm out here talking to Joe Smo about about football when Paul Lynn's about to arm wrestle, your boy. So right. I'm just amazed at how awesome this is going to be and how, and I don't want to say undercovered, but it just feels like we're not leading up to the biggest arm wrestling event in the history of the world like we probably should be.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you said that because I just feel like sometimes I'm not on the internet as much, right? And like that's when well, whatever. I feel like the other two guys in my team will be like, "Yo, man," so I'm kind of expecting that. So I don't trust myself all the time, but I'm glad you said that. That yeah, like because that card is extremely hot for it not to be almost scary. As like the hottest thing possible. You know what I mean?
And even um the lack of crazy information about the last event that we would be dwelling on for a long time. Like we could go back. Like I just watched Michael Todd and Vitali. You talk about close. My God, that first match when Michael is chilling over here and he gets that foul in the winning position, that match was going to last for another 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it got stopped. And then it never got back over here again, which you got to give Vitali all the credit in the world. But there was panic as he is trying to finish Michael Todd. It's full tilt, giving up. I mean, this guy's got the best leverage, the best hand, the best length, top roll. I mean, he's got it all, man. He can put knuckles up. He can drop that fist. He's still taller than everybody. He's taking everybody's hand. Michael Todd and him, he's boom here immediately. Fights like that the whole time. Like, Michael Todd is so close to Vitali. Vitali is so close to Devon and Hermes.
That's what I want to ask you since it's fresh in your mind and you just watched that. So, in your opinion, what does it say about Devon and Vitali? If Michael and Vitali was that close, is that
I don't like the way that I've seen Vitali 3 times. The three, what I would consider three of his most impressive wins. Now he might not know it yet, but that win on Camille will, in as the history goes on, will be a big win for Vitali. Okay, big win, right? Whether he wants to, I saw it, right? Like there was a small half a centimeter. If Camille got a bite, it was immediate reversal. That's a big win for Vitali. A huge win for Vitali, in my opinion, is his win over Michael Todd, and then who was the one right before that? His win on to get the gauntlet thing left-handed with Morzal. So that's 3 big wins, right? You can't argue. Well, yay, Vitali, cheerleader, everything. But if you want to be a weirdo like me, who I'm looking at the whole picture, I feel like there was a lot of panic in all 3 of those wins. And I don't think you can beat Devon 4 times when you're in panic mode. He has to be in panic mode.
Yeah, for sure. You have to. Yeah, no. You have to. You have to come in there like knowing, watching, acting. You have to act like you pulled Devon before, even if you have never done that before. That's the problem.
I don't know. I mean, I don't. I'm saying that Devon's a touch stronger than Michael Todd in every position that Michael Todd was in with Vitali. And I'm telling you, go back and rewind the match. Super close. Super close.
So okay, I guess that's how I have to put it because like I made a video because when I did a podcast with a couple of Russian dudes, they like made this like crazy faces when they asked me and I told them that Devon and Vitaly in my opinion is like 80-20.
Oh yeah, and listen,
Well, yeah, 80-20.
Well, if it was an 80-20 match when it was over, you'd be like, damn, that just goes to show you what I have thought about. And if you could get rid of Vitali and Hermes' match in your head, if that never would have happened, you would not be surprised if he crushes Devon. Because it would make sense. But that thing with Hermes is in my head. And then these last 3 very impressive matches, I'm just looking at them a little closer and I'm seeing there's all kinds of things that happened in that match that Vitali was not prepared for and he overcame.
But why I can't remember Vitaly and Hermes? What happened there?
Hermes won. It was a great match. 4-3 or 4-2. Both of them all over each other. Fouls up high, a lot of stuff going on. Hermes was, that was awesome for Hermes, but it also shows how absolutely rock hard Devon's hand has been the last 5 times, right? Rock hard first match with Levan. Super rock hard when he pulled Hermes.
Super, yeah, like a lot of
not moving. Motherfucker's not moving. Like we picked the wrong angle. You let me get too big of a bite. Now it's over from here on. So you got to imagine that hand will at least put Vitali in a bit of a pickle, like we've seen him in a pickle. Seen him overcome it. Don't be surprised Devon wins that match. Don't be surprised.
Okay, I hear you.
And be very interested in Levan and Vitali if in fact Vitali does win.
Oh yeah, that's
which I think would be great for arm wrestling. To have, like, we got to manufacture in our brain. You got to forget about Devon's match with Levan, because if you don't forget about it, if you put it front and center, if you're the prosecutor and you lead with that, the jury's on your side. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. You can't do that to him do that to you, and you think you've beaten him. right? You got to get that out of your mind. You got to know that the level has risen above Levan and that Devon, Hermes, and Vitali have a shot at Levan right now. That's the only way you can get interested, right? Because we all are interested in seeing the champ lose, I would imagine.
Well, yeah, we want to see something, yeah. So if we see, yeah, well, I wonder what the reaction will be like.
I mean, if your last name doesn't have 7 syllables in it, you are not rooting for any Georgian right at this moment.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, this would be great too, because I think that something that Hermes represents more than anything would be amazing for him to win the title, right? Great, great for his career, right? Great for arm wrestling. And he is a temporary holder of that title. Right?
I'm back, Travis Bagent. Oh,
Everybody
you're gonna have to say that.
Everybody wants a title shot the second he wins. Now he may keep it, but just know that it's going to be. We got a feeling that Levan has in fact separated itself enough that we got to start recycling inferior guys, which is what we're happening here. If we keep putting Devon up there and he loses, and now we're doing this again to Hermes and he loses, right? We would rather than the new business plan, knock, knock, East versus West. As soon as someone comes off a career match, you give them 1 week later, they pull them on. Like anytime anybody shows any glimpse, like soon as Jerry Carteret, just like you did when he got done with Alex, immediately set it up with Levan. Like you did, right? So we like it, right? But just know that if this one's not close, and Levan and Vitali and Devon, one of them, I don't know which one would be better because I feel like Devon is close to him. So it would suck to see Vitali beat Devon and then, of course, Vitali still not be able to handle Levan. That would suck. But who cares? Let's just start feeding them to him. My man, listen, new rule. You got to pull 4 times a year.
Dude, that's how spoiled we are. We're taking this rule.
Anything, right? Anything.
We're so annoyed.
Hey, and let's talk about
if this guy wins, I'm not even watching it no more.
How about how close Sergey was to Medashenkov, how close Medashenkov was to Artem Morozov, how unbelievably close Morozov was with Vitali, and how unbelievably close Camille was with Vitali. Like, there is monsters everywhere.
On any given day, yeah, like you don't know that the number 1 guy does not think that number 7 or 8 guy, there was a day in this year that he will have beaten him, right? It just doesn't happen when it matters. But on certain days, that number 17 guy wishes a motherfucker was there. I'm like, man, he did not show up. Man.
Yeah, like it's gonna be easy. Like the Zernov and Michael Todd, this is going to be a great match too.
Yeah, dude, I'm sad about the Smash because like I'm such a Gorgi fan and he is so freaking strong, but his arm wrestling ability, like definitely, like you kind of need a plan against Michael.
And let's be honest, his last 2 matches could be against the 2 best guys.
For sure. Like yeah, and we sometimes don't know that. Like when he went and pulled
because he's trying. Listen, he's awesome left-handed, and it wasn't close.
When he pulled Rivas,
I'm talking about when he just pulled your boy. He just pulled Shablonsky.
Yeah.
It wasn't close. Like
yeah, no. But like the power wise, like you look at it, but like this guy's plan is like, yeah, I think the best way to beat the press is to beat the top roll.
Never. Listen,
never.
Camille's the real deal.
So that's why I'm super excited because Gorgi is for those who doesn't know, Gorgi's very first year arm wrestling, very first year, as soon as he saw the table until the end of the year, he went to WAF and he won WAF in like either supers or like 242. So one of those like because he's pretty big dude like of the
Yeah, I
world.
did some research. He had some great matches. He beat Vitali back in the day at the World Championships. He was
Dude, yeah,
beat
yeah, yeah.
Morozov. Yeah, he
He
had some
was
great
really
wins.
good
I
when
mean,
like
he looked awesome in Istanbul. It's. I mean, I be telling people all the time, you could take any of those East First West, take all the losers, and go right on a world tour and have seminars all over the world, and everybody would think it was the greatest
greatest
group
thing
of
I ever paid
athletes.
the money for.
It's
Yeah.
just all over. So go. Let's go. Let's talk about the who. What is it? So you think? What do you think about Alex and Devon?
Let me look at this card. What do I think about Alex is and dude, I like what you said about it. However, I
I mean,
think
you just got to go back and make sure that you know how close Alex was to um to Artem,
I
and you've
think
got to watch how close Artem was to Vitali. Like, and then you got to think about Vitali beating Camille and Camille doing to Devon what he did.
yeah, I
Like, if
think
you like, it just what it shows is that Devon has a complete, unbelievable ability to get prepared for whoever it is. This
yeah.
is gonna be like this is a big win because Alex was very close and Morozov was very close. You're talking about that; those are the top. They're top 5 to 7 guys in the world. Those 3 guys at any time.
Oh, damn. Look at it too. Oh my goodness. Oh no. All right, sorry, Travis. Down here, I'm here fucking it up. Good. So yeah, with all that being said, uh I think I'm losing my faith in Alex. Like I wrote, that's one. And two, I think yeah, with the way Devon can prepare and with the way I think Alex is like we talked about, I think his gas tank been more exposed. So I think even I'm biggest Alex fan right this second, and I want to give him everything, I can give him one full round and that's it. I don't think he possibly has another one in him after that.
And
That's
the King's move is the only way, right? He has to ungas him. He has to, the gas tank has to be exposed like that, right? I mean, do we see this? Not early, right? Because I saw Alex in a hook with Morozov. Whew! So fucking close.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Man, I'll tell you, that match was awesome 1 year ago. Bad dude. Left-handed,
Yeah,
he's a bad dude.
I think, yeah, I mean, I think if you go, if I'm given a scenario where I'm giving Alex one, he goes, it starts a little tight, he goes and goes and goes, Devon opens up, he stays somewhat tight, and maybe pins him somewhat good, maybe loses his hand, and that's it. And after that, it's kind of more of a Hermes and Devon type thing, to where I think Devon will stay more higher, more up close, doesn't really have to open up as much. And that's really it. I
Man,
think.
Place is gonna go crazy, dude. Place because
And
Alex is
that's like the
so
best.
impressive.
That's best case, worst case scenario. Otherwise, I'll say Devon just kind of wins it anyway. I think.
You can't find a better situation than them 2 guys walking on that stage. These dudes are beautiful, huge, long. Man, it's gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Michael Todd, Gorgi. I'm going Michael Todd, but this could be close. I
Oh,
just
hey, you know what? Hold on. Let's go. Let's go to the bottom of this. Let's go to the bottom of this. You're going to random Michael Todd and Georgi, man. Come on. Look, hold on. I'll put you on. I'll put
got
you
to
on.
be third from the top, right? Where he did the top, then we went down one.
Top. All right. Well, okay. So hold on. So what are you thinking about Hermes and Levan though? Like, are we upset? Do we want Hermes to win?
We have
That's
an
it.
unrealistic praying. We are praying. We are wishing
Pray.
anything that nothing could be better than for the Italian to win this thing for arm wrestling. It
All
would
right.
be great. He probably has a very, very small chance from a betting standpoint, but anybody who arm wrestles know that it's 50-50. I mean, no, none of us know what the fuck's going to happen, whether somebody breaks their finger at any point during the match. Like, nobody knows. So go crazy. But if you got $100 and no matter what, you're picking the winner, you get $100, you get $200 if you win. Everybody is betting on Levan. There's no doubt about it. Now, if you're telling me I get $200 back if Levan wins, but I get $2 million back if Hermes wins, I'll take the odds. But the odds are not in the Italian favor. But let me tell you something. What a great person and a great ambassador and a great showman if he does get that belt.
Oh, I think yeah.
Come on, man.
He has an opportunity. Yeah, he has
Quality. Yeah. So let's go. I mean, I'm rooting 1,000% for Hermes.
All right.
What is it? 90-10, 80-20, 70-30? I don't know. I wish that we didn't give that Levan hasn't given us the perception that he has got his meditation, zen, calmness, and he won't get to that place that he got last time. How close was Hermes of hurting himself? I don't even think Hermes says he's never been the same since the match with Levan.
Yeah, I mean, he can carry that up.
Take some time off, right? Can he even do that again? If he gets in that position again, does it break off? Like, nobody knows.
It's probably your body got used to that against the one guy. I think that will feel even better now if he has the arm to do that.
You would know better. You would know. You would know. You do not mind. Not mind going crazy in that broke arm.
Hey, the biggest compliment I ever received was 2 weeks ago. Because Todd is talking to somebody. He's like, "Hey, you know who's a picture for having confidence in the elbows? That fucker right there." What did I do?
Unbelievable.
If it's there, you just go.
Completely leveraged out. Oh, I got an idea. Yeah. Crazy.
But my goal.
What's the next match? What's the next match?
I have a goal, and if somebody there's the biggest fan of me, there's a bunch of videos out there of people saying, "Yeah, man, I pull organ and I feel like I got everything, and then it just went sideways." If somebody can combine those, there are like 20 of us out there on the internet. You can have a good compilation of people saying the same shit. "Man, I've got in a good position, man."
Ain't no doubt about it.
Oh, man. So, it's a funny skill that I didn't know I will acquire one day. Okay, so Devon and Alex, we going Devon. I guess we agreed on that. And okay, hey, number 3 match. We got Fear Isaac and Ellie.
Yeah, I don't know her opponent. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's another Swedish girl, and I think it's for.
I wonder why they would even put that together unless there has to be some discrepancy about who's better, right?
Something funny with Fia's titles. I think she's the champion at the lighter weight and at the bigger weight. So I think it's a new challenger for one of those, I believe. So just because I guess that's why I think we get to see Fia that often.
Do they know? I mean, they know who's going to win, probably, right?
I mean, that Ellen girl looks a little bit younger, yeah. So maybe, yeah.
Are they enemies or are they best friends that train at the same gym?
I've never seen a human being before myself, so we're just gonna assume it's
hatred.
It's Matrix.
Straight hatred, boy. It's on.
Oh man! Hey, hold on. We got some super chats. Deep inside Hermes with 199. Hermes will not even fill Levan at that table. Oh boy! Somebody put $2 behind that. Awesome.
You talk about, man, that would change everything, man. Like, people would be so happy.
Yeah. And then Big Goats, $5 super chat. Uncle Todd told me he's going to beat Cryrackley a 3rd time, and then he's going to beat Levan. The Bears.
Let's go.
I think that's the next card.
Hey, what did Todd think he was in trouble, or did he think he was going to beat Rustam?
Oof, man.
Because there, you could argue for both. I think. Like if I'm in Rustam's camp, I'm like, my man, get yourself healed up. You
Again,
actually
yeah.
can beat that guy. On the flip side, if you watch when he stopped him early before he got the win on fouls and then he top rolled, then you're thinking Todd looked stronger, I guess, right?
You know
But
what? Looking back, yet from what because we're gonna talk about that like in depth for how he felt, but we talked about the match for sure because I watched it, and I think overall he was confused, right? Because how it went, like he was not sure. However, initially, once like as soon as it got towards the inside, he knew he's way stronger than he ever felt against him. So he knew he got it. He said like if it goes inside, like that's it for sure. So he said like, oh yeah, like it's not like it was before. So yeah, he
he
felt good.
is the champ, and he has to worry about in that class, he has to worry about a very determined Prudnik, maybe, and a Dodicon, right? Would be the two guys
Yeah, yeah, super
or I'm
pumped.
just saying that you would make a match and we wouldn't be because he lost to Dodicon, right? So he's got that loss, right?
Doesn't matter. He's pouring Iraqi for the third time.
I'm just saying though, but I don't think that none of us are worried that Todd's going to lose that match.
Yeah, it's just funny that to me it's just funny and everybody has it's allowed. Like it is a match on the next card. You know what I mean? Like that's it. Because Iraqi
Well, you know what is interesting is what promises, what guarantees, what visa. If you add everything up, where's that tournament at? The next one, August. Did they say?
we've got a flip flop. Well, isn't that the one that is in Azerbaijan?
Yeah, I don't know. You even said that name. You look like you had a seizure just now.
I,
I ain't hear nothing.
where's Mirtali from?
I have no idea.
Exactly, exactly. Oh, hold on.
Exactly. How far is Azerbaijan from my house?
Uh,
Is that in Pennsylvania? I hope. God damn.
Hey, you know what? Meeting Brandon and me and Brandon talking about arm wrestling, and Brandon is very history buff, right? But the first time I said Azerbaijan, he was like, "That's not a real country. There's no fucking way." I'm like, "Dude, you know Georgia is a country. Yeah, yeah, but Azerbaijan, man, you just saying the word, man. I never heard of it."
Of course. I just saw Trump put a ban on 10 countries. I didn't know none of them. I'm like, damn, that's crazy that did not affect one motherfucker I know. I mean, I'm thinking in the arm wrestling world, if you tell me there's 10 countries can't come here, I'm gonna be like, oh shit, who they fuck? And then I'm gonna figure it out once you tell me the states, the cities. I didn't know none of them.
Yeah, that's so good.
I ain't seen no arm wrestler call me from Afghanistan yet.
Uh, Dude, people are killing me. Is Devon going to destroy Vitali or is Devon going to destroy Vitali? Well, we've talked about this and I gave it a 20.
Oh,
Big
yeah, I definitely do not feel that same way. I think that shit, to me, 50-50 when Devon is pulling any of the top guys. 50-50.
All right, all right, all right.
In the supers. And I tell you right now, with that being said, I think he's a 4 weight class winner underneath of that. I think he can. I think that when he is on that mission at 300 pounds, he is unbeatable at 253 and 231. Forget about it. Can't beat it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now I could be wrong. I'm sure that those guys left-handed would love to get a hold of him, right? I'm sure Alajon would like, yeah, come on down to 231. But I saw Alajon and the Ukrainian that Devon beat.
Oleg, yeah.
Yeah, and listen, they match up. Devon and Oleg did not match up. I know it's different hands. I get it. Devon can't be messing with them, the 231s at all. 253, in my opinion, he's the champ. I don't care who's got the title, he's the champ.
I got you. I love it. So speaking of Big Grove Goats with $2 super chat. Trav, why Alajan trying to get paid like you? Well, that was
I hope he is. I don't know if is that true. That's great if it is.
I've seen of him commenting that it's just a rumor and it's a bullshit, blah blah blah. But then somebody posted a screenshot of his conversation with somebody when he was explaining why does he need so much money. So it was like I don't know. I mean, the what he was explaining also sounds like a true like Kazakhstan like explanation of things. How they're champs once they get the money. They're most likely not just the champs for themselves. Those money cover a lot of stuff. You pay for your mom, for your kids, for whatever. They're even like I know there's a couple of Kazakhstan girls that always go to worlds, win that 100 pound woman category and go back home because they live in a village and those that stipend before getting there and after because they always get gold every single year. They do that gold stipends, like whatever they get from the town, the country covers their living for the whole year. So a lot of them, so I got that. So I get that he got that idea.
Well,
So,
and let's be also too like Alajon's a superstar. So,
oh,
but also it's very simple math for Robert Ningen. My man, this is how many people watch the card. We don't think yet that you by yourself can sell the card. So we gotta put you when you're here. This is how much we pay these guys. I mean, whatever the deal is, it can't be that hard to figure out. It ain't like he's got any other organization calling him that he wanted him to work that day. So
right.
there should be able to get a number.
So I kind of understand his standpoint too. I think like if anybody follows Alajan on his Instagram, he's like really hot on there. Like I think like his videos go well. Like they actually like there's some like marketing strategy into Alajan's Instagram because it's done very well and he gets killer views. I'm assuming he's feeling that sometimes everybody felt some type of way when they beat a bunch of people and all of a sudden you get a little bit of a views. You're like, oh man, like I'm worth more, but you do need
Well, and
to
maybe he doesn't even
you do need to
maybe
read the room.
and maybe he just wants to be paid like he has like Aljon might be $1,000 guy.
Yeah, maybe.
So if he becomes a $2,500 guy, he's happy as shit. But Ingen and Robert are like Ingen, I'm sure, is for paying the best arm wrestlers the most money.
Oh,
But this reality of you got to pay the showman, you need the views. So the truth is Brian Shaw and Jake Paul might not be able to arm wrestle as well, but that's who you want on the card.
mm-hmm.
And from the looks of things, it looks like Brian Shaw is learning how to dig a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Hey, so somebody said he said that number. He won the 50 because it cost him 60 in a year to trade for arm wrestling.
How much does he want?
He wants 50 grand.
All right, so 50 grand. So
No,
that means
the whole argument is about the 50 grand, but because he wants his explanation because in a whole year it cost him 60 grand to trade for arm wrestling.
so he's only willing to lose 10.
Yeah, if arm wrestler wants.
Okay, I got you. Hey, I don't care what his number is. It's very simple. How many times is he going to arm wrestle for East versus West? And if he's only going to arm wrestle one time, are we willing to give you 50 grand? Yes or no? Oh, no. 2 times. No. 3 times. Fuck no. Oh, shit. Hold on here. My man, for you to get 50 grand from us, you got to arm wrestle 10 times in 1 year. And we don't need you 10 times in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably absolutely out of the question. Now, go talk to Arm Wars, get you a little Mac deal too, and then we'll let you know when we need you. And eventually, you'll be pulling Devon left-handed very soon, and we can get you 15 in that one day. But
I think I just don't know where he got the 50 from because like if you do know like what Levan's and Devon's have gotten paid, like the numbers get there like super rarely, even if it's true. So it's like it's not
no
like
one ever would know. You would not know if Devon got paid 5 grand or 50 grand. And you can tell me, but I know that human beings rarely share their financial truth with anybody.
right.
And
We
no
all heard the
one's
number.
business.
We all heard the number from somebody, right? The number was different, but I do know from what I've heard from most direct sources you can get it from. Asking 50 nowadays, it's early. It's early. It's all it is. It's a little early. Couple million. Allergen worth a million. We just don't do a million. If somebody gets about a million, it's going to be one East West throughout the year instead of 10 of them, right? Because they're spending a million just between five of them, right? And if you do talk to the crew, the bigger the payout to the athlete. So like when LeBron is in the court, the budget for the crew gets smaller because they need more money to come over there. So it's like it's gonna take time for this 50 number to be like,
Yeah, 50 might not sound that crazy, but it's almost like, man, there's 30 people at this event. There's 30 arm wrestlers trying to eat. Every one of them has the potential of being as good as your main guy.
Like you talked about six different left-handed dudes that were close to each other. Like, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So close. And then like
Six
if
times
I'm
50.
Michael Todd, I'm like, you can't find a better gladiator. My man, are you kidding me? I'm gonna be the only one that gives you guaranteed 15 minutes of arm wrestling. I'm the only one. So, and I'm gonna tell you something, like it's a weird thing. Like, let's just talk about Giannis. Giannis should be rich. Motherfucker's smart, arm wrestling coach, great competitor, intelligent, showman, good looking, got every quality you want, right?
Longevity, consistency, yeah, you got all that.
How much money can you give Arda or can you give Giannis, or should you give it to Wagner? Now, we're trying to make a show. That is a legitimate business decision that Robert and Ingen have to make. Now, it rarely is going to come down to that exact two people, but that's what you're juggling. Where am I at? How many people arm wrestle on this card that have no fucking chance of winning a belt?
Mm-hmm.
Only the ones that are entertaining. Right? I mean, I'm just like, that would be the deal. And Wagner is very entertaining.
Yeah.
It is. I'd much rather watch him take an ass whooping than care about the seventh and eighth guy pulling each other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you do that, when you give a guy like Sergey to Medashenkov, we have such a fucking glorious opinion of Medashenkov, right? Because of what he did, both with he pulled Aljan too, right? Yeah, he pulled Aljan and he pulled Morozov, left-handed, right?
Yeah.
And was close with both of them. It was awesome, right? But he pulls now, you think he's the second best guy, but then he pulls Sergey and you're like, my goodness, Sergey's not even ranked left-handed. He is all up in this shit. So it's so fucking interesting, man. Like, be careful asking for more money. There's one dude's 1 pound of pressure better than you that knocks you out of the top 10.
Yep, no, exactly. Yeah, and then that whole like where you were up there, you were okay for asking for that. Now you're like, now you can't even bring it up anymore.
Dude, how many times I've got these guys? I know these guys. These are my friends, man. I've got buddies that won a tournament, and it was awesome. What happened to them under the circumstance? They got on the right side of the bracket, got them that win in round 3 that they wasn't supposed to get, had the other side of the bracket mutilate themselves, and holy shit, I just placed ahead of some motherfuckers I'm not supposed to be placing ahead of. And it is immediate that person changes. They change, right? And they forget who they're around, and they start big timing people around people who know that you are not in any position to be big timing anybody, and you're not even cool as a winner. Like, you're a weird dude, right?
Dude, that's an important one. Being cool as a winner too is important, man.
You got to know too what you represent up there. Everybody hates you for winning that day, and they are looking for signs that you somehow think you're now cooler than you was when you know you was a 6th place motherfucker when that playing started. It just worked out that way. And all of a sudden now, every time that you're either not participating or you didn't have a good of this day, we got to be reminded as to the shape you were in at the 2002 Harley pool. And if you was in that shape, this would have been the easiest thing in the world. And you see that person slowly get back to reality and how uncomfortable they are that they went up there, acted like a weirdo, and now they're back down here feeling like a weirdo.
Hey, it's really easy to spot them on the next tournament. You know why? Because they usually have a referee shirt on.
And are training for their super match, which is always in 3 months. And that they have been in contact with their Grippler and Greg Sharp about a super match, but they just really want to concentrate on the one they have that's at the YMCA in Kentucky.
Yeah, man.
That's okay too. Like, I get it. I fucking get it, man. I'm sure there was some point in my life where I was a geek too.
A little too early. That's it. Dude, we got heavy super chat, and we have to wrap it up, that subject. But it's interesting because Cole1Yours put up his $30 up on this.
Whoa, we do not accept dominations at that high.
Whoa. It was 27.69, so there's a little bit.
Okay, we can work with that. We can work with that.
Aluzhan Didon Muradov is worth a lot more than 50 grand. The same people who hate on him asking for his value paid the lowest bidder to install a shingle roof that installed improperly, voiding the warranty.
Hey, my man, I'm with you. If you tell me that somebody gives Aluzhan $50,000 to arm wrestle any motherfucker on this earth, I am happy. I am happy. So I am willing to bet you that that offer is not possible today. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, and that $50,000 is up to grabs for Morozov and Artem, and I'm sorry, and Aluzhan, and I don't care who they're arm wrestling. I'll arm wrestle a chimpanzee for $50,000 naked on the beach in Miami. And I look much better. And I look much better in turtleneck than I do naked. Okay.
You'll be one of the 100 men arm wrestling chimpanzee next to the 100 men fighting a gorilla. That will be too easy.
Yeah, exactly. They can fight. I'll just do a little arm wrestling. That's it. 50,000. But I'm just saying, like, I love arm wrestling too. But one match and one participant in that match being 50 G's, and we got 12 matches, and you can listen. I understand we're all not making 50, but if you give him 50, you got to give Matt Mass 12. Right? Araclay's going to need 17. Right?
Hey, how many Travis Bagents will it take to beat a gorilla in arm wrestling?
3. 3 of us would whack his ass, right?
Hell yeah.
Left-handed. 3 of us.
All right, so we're back to the card. We discussed Aluzhan. Thank you, Cole1Yours. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, what's so Cole? He feels that no-brainer for Aluzhan to be able to make 50 grand in one match, right?
I like how you put it too. Like I said it, and like you said it, it's just not there yet.
Yeah. I don't even, like, I think that also too, like, we've set ourselves up for a little more of an uphill battle because of we legitimately are recognizing all of these belts. So it does become a sticky situation where, we may not garner the views that Devon gets, and we may not garner the hype of super heavyweight arm wrestling. But it's going to be hard to tell Fia that her belt is any different than Sarah's middleweight belt, that's any different than Samushia's right hand 187 belt, that's any different than, just go down the list, right? But, like, you got to be careful. Like, that's why the UFC, like, we still don't ever know what's up.
Right.
And they talk about it. Keep your business to yourself. And the fact, you can talk about how we don't pay you enough. Is there anybody else that wants to pay you more? And listen, if Alazan ever makes 50, that'll be why.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Fox Sports has hired Steve Pettis to run the arm wrestling series because of the fame and fortune that East vs. West has brought to arm wrestling. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, as soon as someone puts a game show on at 5 o'clock on Channel 5, it don't take just turn the other channels, you're going to see a game show. They're going to compete, mm-hmm. right? Netflix, Hulu, just go down the list. They're all looking for content. Eventually, arm wrestling will be content worthy for business. It won't matter who the brain is. They'll just hire, work it out, right? Because mm-hmm. listen, I don't know if you think Steve Pettis could do a good job or not, but if they give him $2 million per episode, it's going to be attractive. It's going to be attractive to anybody who's not under contract, right? Mm-hmm. And then once Alazan calls East vs. West one day and says, Steve Pettis and Fox Sports Net have offered me a $50,000 match. Can you release me? Or can you give me $50,000? I'll do it for you. That's when Alazan has the ability to get a yes or no either way. But until then, I got a feeling you can't make more money than you can at East vs. West. Maybe I'm wrong. I believe that. Right now, that is the truth. And it's undoubtedly a fact that that's where you can get your respect to, and the only place you can get it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to hear nothing about you're the 209 champion. Not if you ain't pulling against Todd Hutchings in Istanbul, or would you call Aljamaha? What'd you say?
Azerbaijan,
or Chicago, like whatever it is. Like, yeah, I think that let's just give the props right now to England and East vs. West that it is okay to put those champions as the number one people in their weight class. I'm cool with it. Now, I'm not saying that you can't argue about one or two if you want to see the match, no problem. But don't tell me there's somebody else and he's the champ. No. I don't believe it. He got it. He got that shit. He got it. But he also has to be worried that we're fucking so spoiled. Like that is, and maybe he doesn't have to worry about it. Maybe his numbers reflect different than the way I feel. But I'm sitting there, I'm announcing the best tournament I've ever arm wrestled. And I'm like, yeah, this is normal. When it should be, it's like that fucking, the first time you go to the beach, first time you go to roller coaster or whatever. The second time, it's like, yeah, I did it. Crazy.
Yeah, for sure. It's hard to top that.
What's your next event?
Dude, actually, I have a super match in Nebraska now. Never been to Nebraska. The guys got super excited. They wanted me to pull
Omaha. You going to Omaha? Where you heading?
Yeah, Omaha. Something like there's like a tournament with like 20, 30 minutes of Omaha. This gentleman, Zach Hayden, who's apparently
Cliff Hall be there.
My man is Jerry Jennings, man. Jerry is my guy.
Jerry Jennings will be there. Cliff Hall will be there reffing or being there.
Supposedly Jerry is reffing that. I'm like, oh man, I'll just come just for that, man. I was asking for so much money, and then they told me he's going to be the ref. Oh man, they don't told me that. I done it for free.
You got Alazan's money just to go to Omaha.
So, I got the rings on, man. It's good.
What hand are you pulling? Both?
Right-handed, I'm pulling this guy because supposedly, so I don't think he's ranked in the hook, but there's another arm fighter rankings where he's like number 7, and I'm supposedly number 3, and he wants that number 3 spot, man. So
and what's his name?
Zach Hayden.
Zach Hayden, yes.
So,
that's right-handed.
Yeah, supposedly we never are Messi, but he looks familiar. Maybe like I thought I might have seen him in Kentucky or not, but no, that's so two things because we're talking about this because we're talking about East versus West. This is coming up on July 12th. August 30th, I'm pulling Alan Ford, also right-handed. That's gonna be good.
Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one.
Well, I'm the winner of the last one, so I'm gonna talk a lot of shit, so I'm good. And I know
Yeah,
it's
he's
gonna be
pretty good. He's pretty good, and
he
I feel
got
like
he got a lot better since I
yeah,
beat him that day. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna talk shit, but I'm faking a lot of it, man. I know.
is
I
that
was
at the Mac?
yes, yeah, But I like my experience because I tried everything with Alan last time, and I know it does not work. So I just got to pray it works.
Are you working in Chicago, or are you just coming to hang out?
Just hanging out, probably gonna pull the tournament. Just I'm just chilling, just chilling. I'm bringing it like I told you, dude. I don't think.
And what, you coming in on Thursday, and you can weigh in on Thursday, and then pull on Friday,
I think you can weigh in. I coming in way too late on a Thursday. I'll weigh in Friday morning. I think.
and then you'll pull Friday morning too, right?
I think it's at the yeah whatever it is. I think it's in the evening that the event is. I'm
So
not
after the press conference, probably.
maybe before after. I'm probably if the press conference in the evening, then maybe
Is
before.
the location of your tournament and the actual tournament same place?
I have not even. I'm going to relax and chill. I'm the last person to sign up and do whatever. I have people messaging me, man, like, "Hey, man, what weight class are you?" I'm like, "The one I'm going to be at." So I'm
What
not
is
sure.
that? 187 or 209? You don't know which one?
It's 87 and 209. Yeah, those are the two classes. Oh, yeah. I'll show up and pool. So I don't. I'm assuming it's all going to be the same location.
Yeah, well, I've never in Florida it was in Texas two different spots.
I
Uh,
think Texas. I was told there was like it was just so sold out. They had two different hotels for everything.
well, I don't know if they had two. I know they had two hotels, but that's all because they ran out of rooms. But the hotel that we stayed at is where the amateur tournament was, and then we all got on buses and went a mile down the road for
I
the
got
tournament.
okay. I'm speaking from I guess from Orlando. That was the
And the
same.
same thing in Tbilisi too. Tbilisi tournament was in the hotel,
Okay.
and you drove down to the event. So
Okay. So here, I guess I haven't been in Texas, but Orlando was same room, and Atlantic City was fair at same location. Maybe not the same room, but in the same hotel.
yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not too concerned. I'm just going to hang out, and because there's a competition, I'll compete. But there is the way you're asking, and there is a big like it's a big thing right now to be in a tournament. They're not even qualifiers, but everybody knows
Oh, dude,
if there's
dude.
a court, there's going to be a
I'm
tournament.
telling you right
Everybody's
now,
like, dude,
there are a ton of people in that can drive within 6 hours to this tournament.
this time I
Canada too. A lot of Canadians. What?
yeah, the other thing to realize, and somebody should realize, because right now they subcontracting the tournaments like an extra thing, but they don't recognize that the conversations that I'm having with people are, "Hey man, are you going to compete at the next East versus West event?" I'm like, you're like, "No, I'm not on the card." No, 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 the event the day off. I'm like, "Well, there's not going to be one." Oh no, they usually have one. So there's assumption always there's going to be an event and there's a lot of people. It's a big draw, so it's a people. It's like its own. It's a thing of its own now, and doesn't have to be a qualifier. You don't have to promise them anything. It just if you have an East versus West in America, that event is just as important to all those guys that are coming there as to watch the card too. So you have to take it as a
Fuck
problem.
it. It's listen. It's they're gonna fuck around and have 1,000 entries. What? I don't know if they'll have 1,000 at this one, but that's the future of the East versus West tournaments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially like if and I was like, we give it a couple more times. Well, I think it's a bit too late, but you already can start if you have the qualifiers before, you can already reshape those things into something. Put some money there, out, trophies, you get this. Dude, those events that people already had about, they'll be dedicationally had about for sure. It's like, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So
I agree.
have
I,
that, have three more, have one last East versus West at the end of the year.
hey, you know what else
Next
is?
event.
They need to have a seminar too.
It could be like me and you were talking about. Like you want a thing where everybody gets busy, everybody have a booth, everybody has a thing. They have people there for close to a week now watching the shit. So yeah, Thursday this, Friday this, Saturday this, Sunday final pool spa party. Everybody go home. Dude, yeah.
Okay. Hey,
We're on to something.
industry, we're growing. We're growing. All right, brother. I will see you in a couple weeks.
Hey, give me one more. Give me what you think of Michael and Gorgi.
Oh, I think Mike's gonna win. I'm telling you, man. Mike is. If you go back and watch Vitali, man, Mike almost won that match, man.
All right, all right. And Matt Mask and Iraqli.
Yeah, it's left-handed, kind of strange. I'm
It's
gonna
right. It
go
says
with
right. It
Matt.
says right-handed.
Nah, it's definitely left-handed.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah. That. Oh, yeah. The flyer says left-handed. It is weird.
it's left-handed. It's left-handed. So it's kind of strange. I really don't know Irakli's left hand, but I mean, I don't know. Matt's up and down all around. You never know. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah.
I thought Matt was. I mean, Nugo's awesome. So I don't know. I don't know. I thought
Dude.
Matt would do better there.
Actually, hey, before you go, two things. Shout out to Barry Bourne.
Go,
Benji
Barry
Mac.
Boy.
Benji Mac. What's happening with Stand Hour
Oh,
Super
Benji
Shot?
Mack. Is he coming to Chicago? Ask Benji if he's coming to Chicago.
I was asking him if he wants to come and stay with me. He was too
Scott
good.
Wynn's been on the phone. He's trying to get us bed in my hotel. This is terrible.
So yeah, I
I'm
think.
paying. I got to pay everybody back for me staying with them my whole life.
Hey man, you come to Chicago, you got us, right?
Scott don't even call me to ask. He called me to tell me when he's getting in. Have a chocolate ready on my pillow. I'm like, oh, brother, I got you.
Hey, you stayed at the bachelorette house way too many times, man.
Wait, and he's got cameras all around, and I'll be in there taking his
Oh
training shit. I'll be
man,
taking his. I got his
there's
like.
files. There's files of you.
I got his. I put this little plastic thing on and started opening my fingers. I took it. And he's like, "Why'd you take it?" I'm like, "Well, you had 37 of them sitting there, so I thought you wouldn't miss one." The whole house is under surveillance.
Hey, every time you tell Scott no, he just sends you a link. Well, I'm going to release this footage.
Yeah,
So you gotta
100%.
be careful. You gotta be careful. All right, I wanted to say something over there, but now it all messed me up. So thank you, Benji Mac. We'll see everybody in Chicago. And young man, yeah, I guess I'll see you in 2 weeks here.
Player.
All right, sir. Guys, something I want to say. A shout out to I am Hermes and Zach Hayden. Um, what's going on, Eric? I guess I want to talk to about Alan Ryan Ballinger and Alan Ford since the guys are here, but I just want to talk trash because I'm pulling Alan later on. So I guess it will be good for me if Alan beats Ryan because I think Ryan is in a spot right now to where like he got his name out there, and we're slowly he has a good manager. We're slowly poking in him at the matches that he most likely going to win, and we're not sure where's Ryan stopped just yet, right? Because like everybody we throw him ahead at are like, it's they're very like they're not too dangerous picks, right? Like he can lose some, but like they're fairly safer, right? So I think it's another fairly safer match. I think like it's so every time Ryan been in. So I think that's and like because sometimes you go down, and I think that's a good step up. So and dude, yeah, I don't know, I haven't touched Ryan since he ever came out, and he doesn't even remember that. So I'm interested in that one because I'm gonna pull Allen myself because we've set it out before. East versus West. Joseph Miranto and Ivan Portella. It's a Spanish guy. I can probably say Ivan, right? Because y'all are killing me with Ivan every time. Like y'all forgot English pronunciation, but why? Have no idea who this Ivan guy is, but they say he's a legend of the sport over there, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go with Joseph Flucht. Joseph same as Ryan. They've been slowly throwing him at people before we're gonna go see him against somebody crazy. Paul, Lin, and Arsen Hachaturan. Arsen looks insane nowadays. I'm gonna go with Paul Lin. I think Paul is a little bit more Americanized and uncomfortable for Arsen. Um, Wallace Dealey and Raker Borman. Oh, I'm not sure, so I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to go with Wallace, because Wallace from America. Matt Muskin directly. I'm going directly left-handed. Wagner and Manuel Battaglia. Not sure who Manuel is. I'm gonna go Wagner. And we've talked about everything else. Do want to say Michael Todd and Georgi Ziranov. Big, big, big fan of Georgi and Michael, obviously. I think it's a good match. I think Georgi will show a lot of power, but not enough technicality. So that's why, man, I kind of want to see it and hoping to see a surprise. But yeah, it's gonna be a tougher one for Georgi. Artem correcting people on how to speak English. Well, dude, every time I say Ivan, they tell me I don't know how to pronounce things. I'm like, hold on, like y'all had just learned 2 years ago, thanks to East versus West, that Ivan in Russian is Ivan. So do I have to like no nobody says Levan Siganishvili way. They were Levan Saginaru like no like y'all don't say it we don't say like everybody's name as they supposed to be said, right? So because we fucking learned Ivan is Ivan, like all right, I want everybody to call me Artyom. Artyom. I don't want to hear no Artem. I don't want to hear no Artyom. I want to hear Artyom. Can everybody say that? I feel like everyone's mouth is gonna go insane when they're gonna say to call me by my actual name with the yo sound. Not Artyom, not Artyom, just Artyom. Just like everybody can all of a sudden be like Ivan, I want everybody to be Artyom. So if y'all can figure that out and not in y'all can I can listen about Ivan's, Artem's, Basilis, and all of that. Okay. So I don't wanna that whole Ivan bullshit, y'all are flexing too much. Okay. We calling places what do we call it Moscow? Moscow. We're not calling Moscow Moskva because we know it. Alright? So it's Artyom phonetically. I guess it's funny because I mean it's supposed to it's a yo sound, right? With a Y and an O. Artumb. Nah, nah. See, it's like a Spanish N with the thing in there, right? It's a so I'm not really trying to make everybody do that, but I'm just saying, uh, if I'm speaking English, it's Ivan. If I'm speaking Russian, it's Ivan. We'll just do that. You keep talking like that. Listen, Jeremiah. Keep talking. Keep talking, young man. I'll make you look worse than I'm gonna look Zach in 4 weeks here. I'm very excited about Nebraska. See you in Nebraska. Everybody says my last name wrong. Ryan Bellinger. 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 Can I be add a little French into Ryan Bellinger? Hey, hold on. Uh, this is what it is. Right, this is Ryan Bellinger. Ryan Bellinger lives in South Carolina, drinks Mountain Dew. This is Ryan Bellinger. He is a very sophisticated man from France, and he wears Burberry. Okay, that's called Ryan Bellinger. Hopefully, I'll meet those two guys one day, but I met Ryan Bellinger plenty of times. All right, guys. I see. Hey, Jeremy, just want you to know a very interesting fact. That comment that I said was very true. When Michael Todd was at my gym, he could not lift whatever was on my side pressure, which was anywhere between 110, 130. So y'all working out on the 250 pound, 300 pound side pressure machine. Keep doing that. Do not check the actual weight on the actual puller ever. You're gonna be very disappointed, young man. Otherwise, good luck, Jeremy Parker, and I'll see you guys soon. School lady boy, hell yeah, text me. I'm into that shit.